decision, one choice, one opportunity to join cross country, of course. Now, whenever you first think about cross country, what do you think? Do you think about a non-true athlete or someone who's not good enough at something else, so they just come and join cross country? This is what I thought before I met Coach Burnett, Coach Sellers, and Dr. Joe B. Hill. Well, do you feel unfit? A lot of people have said that they feel unfit before they have joined cross country, and they notice a drastic improvement on their fitness after they've joined. This also happens to people who indulge in other kind of great sports like cross country. Do you think that people will criticize you? Well, I did before I joined. I thought that because it wasn't one of the greatest sports in Texas, like football for the guys and volleyball for the girls, that I would be criticized. Now, cross country, you of course need a great foundation, and this foundation is a philosophy. This is what you believe, and it's backed up by what you do. You have to live it to think it, and think it to live. You have to wake up every day knowing that you're going to run, and that you're going to get your run in, and it's going to be great. You have to know that what you talk about is what you believe, and what you value is what gets done. You know that you have to value it for it to happen. You can't just say that you're going to go to the state meet and not do the work to get there. Now, you have to have excellence in the sport, and excellence is being the very best at your current training level. It means going above and beyond what you can do at that point in your life, and as you get better, you will also be able to do more things. You can't just wish for someone else's ability whenever you're not using your own. I know that one of the biggest upsets that coaches have is whenever athletes say that they want to be like another athlete, because they know that kid is not using their own ability. Now, the last thing on that subject is to be Spartan. You have to do what others don't, won't, and can't do despite the circumstances. You have to go out and do what others don't, so that later in life you can do what others can't. Running is going to get addicting, of course, as not just for the individual, but as for the whole team. And in the sport, we focus on the individual by individualizing the team rather than teaming the individual. This makes not one person too important, and it focuses on each individual with each training level. Now, the individual is allowed to thrive and break out in a culture that values and insists on conformity. They just want to be like everyone else, but in cross country they know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be better than everyone else. Now, you have to know how to race, of course. Racing, you take two things to the line: what you know and what you've done. Now, whatever you do, whenever you get to that line, I can guarantee that your opponents cannot take away those two things. They cannot take away everything you've worked for and everything you've studied about that sport. And due to this, you will have the confidence you need to go out and race. You have to also have a racing strategy. Your racing strategy, you're not just going to go out in the first part of the race and run as fast as you can, because of course you'll be tired the rest of the race. You have to know when to move up and when to kick and when to get faster or slower, or to draft somebody. Now, you have to follow the runner's model. It's what all great runners, past and present, continue to do. Now, this is consistent 6 to 7 days a week without missing any other days, and then continual and consistent. And this means like having the same times, same distances without flawing your system that you're training on. And then HLT, which is higher level training. This means doing things that you've done before, except faster or further. Now, winning is a plus in cross country, because of course you just want to get better, but it's always great to win. You have to believe and value state meets and the fundamentals of state meets. You have to know that you have to train for state meets. You can't just get to the state meet, and that's where you get to state meets, and then you have to believe that you can win the state meet and not just get there. And then after that, you have to believe that not only can you get there, but you can win, and then win more than once. And in the end, it's all putting it all together. You're gonna have to know how to join, which is what I'm telling you right now. It's more than just a schedule change. It's dedicating yourself to a true sport. And you know your rewards. You have to know that you will get better and that you will succeed in the sport. And in the end, it is just your decision.